JV basketball team. Where is it? There it is. Clark Akers, Isaiah Brooks, Jackson Miller, Kevin O'Mara, Daniel Battelle, Seth Rollins, Tommy Ritter, Reagan Saunders, Christian Sween, Ben Schaefer, Nico Penzone, Lindsey Smith. Okay, after a disappointing 4-5 record last year, these young men were determined and worked very hard to get the JV boys basketball program back to their winning ways. With excellent team play, the JV boys started off strong by winning their first 5 games, including beating a tough Norwood team that we beat for the first time at least 5 years that I've been coaching. I don't know how much longer. We finished second or third in the conference with a 6-2 record. Our only 2 losses were to the undefeated Langley team, and then we lost a very heartbreaking one. We were down by 11 points in the 4th quarter to Westminster, came back to tie the game up, and then we lost on a last-second shot. Both the Langley and Westminster coaches spoke very highly of this team. It's tough play and great teamwork. To further illustrate this teamwork, most JV teams only have maybe 3 or 4 players that score in a game. In our games, we had at least 5 players score in 10 of the 12 games, and 4 of the games we had 7 players score. Before I announce the awards, I'd like to thank our scorekeeper, Nico Penzone, who I don't think's not here. Did an outstanding job in his first year. I also want to thank my manager, my daughter, Lindsey Smith. I don't know if I like her getting more claps than I did. So. She always made sure the water bottles were filled and the boys were well hydrated. Now for the awards. This is very tough. I can make a case for every single one of these players for every single award, but there can be only one. Most improved. This young man started the season coming off the bench, playing about 4 minutes every game. As the season went on, he started getting better and better. It wasn't really his offense so much, and don't get me wrong, he will improve in offense next year. He's going to be a force, but it was his defense. His defensive play, his reboundings. Just to give an example, there was a guy on the Westminster team, I don't know his name, I just know he's number 45. He was first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, he had like 6 or 8 points. He was driving us crazy. This young man came in, shut him down, and he did not score the rest of the game. This year's most improved award goes to Mr. Reagan Saunders. Next up, most valuable player. This young man is probably one of the best pure shooters that I've ever seen in my 5 years here. And he would make a great shooting guard. Unfortunately, we had such a small, fast team, and he was one of the taller guys, so he had to play center for us. He did a great job at center. He did not disappoint. Had an excellent job all year. Thanks to his lacrosse skills, he was able to fight for positioning, get a lot of rebounds. He quietly scored about 6 to 8 points every game. He was our leading scorer and saved his best game for last, scoring 12 points against Langley. This year's most valuable offensive player goes to Jackson Miller. And finally, the Pace Award. Last season, I believe this man was just happy to make the team. Just smiling all the time, happy to be on the team, didn't care if he played. This year, he was a man on a mission. From the very first tryout, he was in better shape, working hard, telling his teammates not to goof around and get going. He really wanted a starting job this year. First game, he came out and scored 10 points. He also, in the Norwood game, he scored the final points, the final basket that helped us seal the game. He was a leader both on the field and off the field. He saved me a lot of whistle blowing, and anyone that knows Coach Smith, they know I love to blow the whistle. This year, I'm very proud to announce that this year's PACE Award goes to Mr. Isaiah Brooks.